And, you know, if there's cops that don't know how to do their job, then you should just give their badges. Why are we even paying their salaries if they don't know how to do their job? Okay? If somebody says, I'm being hacked by the OPP, oh my God, she's crazy, put her in a hospital, when it's really happening. Illegally. Okay? They really think they're going to get, she's crazy, she's crazy, she's crazy, she's crazy, she's crazy, she's suffering from delusions, she's talking to herself. You guys really think that helps your fucking country, assholes? By concealing a global security threat like that? Really special fucking Nazis will do anything to protect themselves. I'm fucking wrong. I can't even fucking cope with this fucking tense. Our top story tonight on Podcast is about Russia, or rather, Putin's revived Russian superpower. It has warned the United States. The message is clear. We are losing our patience. Putin, Russia, is telling the US, if you want a war against Europe with your long-range weapons, Russia is more than ready.
As has already been said, we will respond to the ongoing strikes on Russian territory by Western-made long-range missiles, including by possibly continuing to test the Oreshnik in combat conditions, as was done on November 21st. At present, the Ministry of Defense and the General Staff of the Russian Army are selecting targets to hit on Ukrainian territory. These could be military facilities, defensive vaccine targets, or decision-making centers and teams.
Earlier, Russian Foreign Minister also delivering a similar warning. In fact, Lavrov made it clear that Russia's patience has limits and will not last indefinitely. Between Putin and Lavrov, the message to America is straight and clear. Do not test Russia's patience. And as for Putin, how do you decode what he's saying? Remember, Putin was a former KGB agent. He has watched as Soviet Union collapsed. He watched the economic crisis that followed. He watched as historical Russia disintegrated. He watched as Russia became a laughing stock in a way. And today, he is daring America. Today, he believes he has fought back the Western hegemony, albeit with a few allies. He pushed Ukraine and its allies out of Crimea in 2014, and now he is pushing them out of Donetsk. And now, Russia is winning the war. It is winning in its operations in Ukraine. It is outpacing NATO in weapons production. And now its conflict with the West is entering the most dangerous phase to date. The war in Ukraine has demonstrated without a doubt that Russia is a superpower. So where are things headed? Is a direct conflict between NATO and Russia on the horizon? We're asking that because as far as finding an end to the war is concerned, Lavrov says there is still a long way to go before a diplomatic solution can be reached. Russia blames the West and its continued support for Ukraine for the ongoing escalation of the conflict. They accuse the West of delaying Ukraine peace talks, and judging by the current situation on the battlefield, any political or diplomatic settlement of the crisis seems like a distant dream. Look at what's happening in Ukraine. Today, Russia has launched attacks on energy facilities in western Ukraine. They have also targeted the city of Lviv. This large-scale attack has significantly impacted Ukraine, leaving about 1 million people without electricity. Ukrainian officials saying that the Russian assault involved many powerful weapons, specifically cluster munitions. Russia also claims to have successfully destroyed 25 Ukrainian drones. And if the firing of the new hypersonic missile Oreshnik was not enough, Russia is reportedly preparing to deploy a Sarmat ICBM for operational combat duty. You heard that right. And if this is true, it will be bad news for Ukraine. You see, Russia's Sarmat missile is a next-generation intercontinental ballistic missile, ICBM. It's so powerful that it has been nicknamed Satan II. It has a range exceeding 18,000 kilometers and can carry up to 10 heavy nuclear warheads. The Sarmat is capable of striking targets globally with devastating precision. It can reportedly destroy targets in a single strike. Is reports are true about Russia readying the Sarmat? It would mark a significant escalation in Russia's military capabilities. Is this what Lavrov meant when he said that Russia's patience is running out? Could the West provoke Russia enough to unleash the Satan II ICBM? What is Russia thinking of doing really? Russia has been warning the US and its allies for months now that if they give permission to Ukraine to strike deep into Russian territory with Western-supplied missiles, then Moscow will consider it as a major escalation. Yet, Zelensky has urged the West to cross and disregard Russia's so-called red lines. Some Western allies have also urged the United States to do just that. And as far as Putin is concerned, there is no room to back down. The conflict that he presented to the Civil War as a crucial struggle for Russia very soon. It means he will have to with every escalation. Putin's structure is not just a remember that he confirmed the use of the new intermediate military. So Moscow is the first, is a necessary one against what would be Western aggression. It's a killing method that Western walls is also within striking distance. And if that wasn't enough, Russia has also lowered the threshold for nuclear weapon usage. Ultimately, Putin's message to America is absolutely clear. A broader conflict could be imminent if the West fails to change its policy. It's clear Russia is not in the mood to hold back.
Russia's not in the mood. Neither am I.
Warning is the question, or will they provoke Russia into a major escalation? Perhaps even by firing an ICBM. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel. The lights go out, the TV falls silent, the radiator stops working, and it stays that way. That is the reality today for over 1 million Ukrainians after another huge Russian attack on their energy grid plunged large parts of the country into darkness.
Oh, wow.
Another escalation Moscow claims is a response to Western supplied missiles hitting Russia. Ukraine's critical infrastructure is one of Vladimir Putin's favorite targets, especially in the winter. Today, he went further, threatening to strike government buildings in the capital too, something else we never happened. An attempted show of strength, as the Russian economy shows increasing signs of weakness. I'm Nicole Furlick in Berlin, and this is the day.
Truck was supposed to be headed to Sudbury. Okay, 10-4. The vehicle's not in the location where the pin dropped. It's likely that he's still driving on 129. Just doesn't have cell phone service. Our crew is dropping activity in that same area. But we're going to try a little ways to see if these will go anywhere. Can we advise NTO, seeing the patrolman, can you keep an eye out if it's pulled over anywhere to advise?
Blackout is very horrible and scary. It's hard to work.
The currency is weak. It will be easier for the Russian government to decrease the deficit, the shortage of the budget.
Welcome to the show. We started the day with threats and praise from Vladimir Putin. Speaking at a security conference in Kazakhstan, the Russian president said he did not rule out targeting government buildings in Kyiv with Moscow's new hypersonic missile. And while he's waiting for Donald Trump to move back into the White House, he's making sure to send messages in a language he knows lands well with the president-elect. Praise. At the event, he called Trump a smart person, capable of finding solutions. Remember, Trump promised to end the war in Ukraine on day one, and many expect him to push Kyiv to give in to Russia's demands. Now, those comments followed another major Russian aerial attack on Ukraine's energy infrastructure. Ukraine says Moscow fired nearly 200 missiles and drones during the barrage, leaving more than 1 million households without power.
Lviv, powered by generators, after Russia struck key energy infrastructure, leaving 1 million residents in western Ukraine without power. While a generator keeps things running at this bar, there are concerns Moscow will once again ramp up attacks on key facilities as the winter sets in.
I don't think there will be any blackouts, but we'll see. Life is complicated. Anything could happen. I hope there won't be a situation like in previous years when power was out for a very long time. I think it'll be easier now.
Power and water cuts also hit other parts of Ukraine. The assault also targeted Odessa, damaging several residential buildings.
Debris was falling on my head, but I threw it all on the floor. One brick even hit me directly in the face.
All this, the Kremlin says, is retaliation after Ukraine hit targets inside Russian territory with US and UK-made long-range missiles. President Vladimir Putin is now threatening to launch new hypersonic missiles at Kyiv and elsewhere in Ukraine.
For significant targets, we will use those means that are at our disposal. We do not rule out the use of Oreshnik missiles against the military, military-industrial facilities, or decision-making centers, including in Kiev.
Kyiv is urging the international community to react to the threat.
And we expect those countries that have urged everyone to avert expanding of the war to react to the statements voiced by Putin today. It is very important that we treat it fairly. These are the statements, this blackmail is statement of war, and the threat of extension of war.
All the more reason for allies to ensure faster military aid.
Meanwhile, Russia's central bank is considering raising interest rates as the ruble falls to its lowest level since the start of the war in Ukraine. The currency has dropped sharply since the U.S. imposed sanctions on a string of Russian banks involved in foreign trade, but President Vladimir Putin says there's no reason to panic.
The ruble has fallen to its lowest value. The ruble has fallen to its lowest value against the dollar since the invasion of Ukraine began in 2022. But the slide will bring some benefits to the government.
The currency is weak. It will be easier for the Russian government to decrease the deficit, the shortage of the budget, because the payments within Russia would be in weak rubles, and whatever payments come from Russian exports will be in hard currency. And this is a natural tool for improving the shape of the bus.
At a press conference, President Putin appeared relaxed about the ruble. There are many factors of a seasonal nature. So in general, in my opinion, the situation is under control, and there's absolutely no grounds for panic. Well, how can I say it? But the weakening currency is threatening to erode the purchasing power of the Russian people. It would further increase the cost of imported goods and could flare up already runaway inflation. The fall follows fresh US sanctions on Gazprom Bank, the key conduit for Russia's energy revenues. That will make payments more complicated for European nations still buying fossil fuels from Russia.
I think that some of European countries are going to suffer because they will have to find a new chain of payments to Gazprom or to Russian oil companies for deliveries of refined petroleum products, natural gas. Turkey and Hungary are already complaining and they have admitted that they are looking for some bypasses to organize the payments to Russia.
Russia's central bank now says it's pausing foreign currency purchases in order to ease
wires down on Point Charles Road, right where Oahu Street meets it. Salt City Fire was advising we received the call, but the hydro pole was on fire. Done for.
Imagine being certified in multiple clouds and cutting edge AI. Unstoppable, right? Well, at NEXT, we have got the certification program. Whether you are a beginner or pro, these programs will help you stand out and land your dream job. And finally, we have got the interview prep program. Mock sessions, real-world confidence, and 100% call support to help you crush any interview. But here is the biggest thing. All these offers are up to 70% off for Black Friday sale only. This is your moment. Hit the link in the description now. Grab these insane deals and take your career to the next level.
And they were about to destroy Team Canada, that they would never ever be allowed back at the Olympics. But that's just like an example of a team. We're talking about a game called Life. And this is war. And you guys lose. It doesn't matter what fucking kind of lies, fabrications, concealments, destruction. Every fucking bad thing you do against me is a representation of who the fuck you are. It doesn't say nothing about me. It doesn't do nothing to me. I've got absolutely fucking nothing to lose. All it does is reduces you guys to demons. Because you're doing it for a serial killer, bribing me. You're doing it for the worst possible cause. The destruction of human lives. Children. Innocent children's lives. That's what you guys hate me for. So that you could love that. I got nothing to be ashamed of. Who the fuck loves child killers? Raise your hand. All of you. All of you. So if you guys are happy with that fucking judgment, and you say to yourself, holy fuck, she's pretty conceited. We've done worse things to other people. We've killed other people. And she really thinks we're going to go to hell for her? Yeah, because, like I said, I speak for all of them. Alive, dead, missing, and in cages. We're not your fucking animals.
Calgary Base, code 4, New Lister, Cherry Road.
And if you treat your own Canadians the way you do to me, and you're willing to kill Canadians like me, innocent Canadians like me,
Calgary Base, code 4, New Lister, Cherry Road, 0052.
A lot of people who make a difference in this world don't do it by
Good. Echo 406, is the result 39. We're going to be starting our Karmealeon. Definitely. 5403 is a code 4 New Lister, address 246 Cherry Road. Showing off of Birch Drive. Yes, 246 Cherry Road off of Birch. You're going for a 55-year-old female. Severe respiratory distress, heaving badly. Has a cold or flu for the last 2 days. Short breath, chest pain. Feel very sweaty. Positive for Friday due to worsening cough. Nothing further to surgery.
hitting frauds there, and then do the same thing in small claims court, giving out judgment, and building at the same time. So when it's time for me to fuck these guys, I'm going to call Mars, I'm going to get, like, search orders involved, a whole bunch of dildos. I'm going to send them to these guys for Christmas, and I'm going to say, thanks, OPP, for letting me fuck you. And then they're going to say, I thought we were fucking her. And then I'm going to say, no, here's your dildos, I was fucking all of you. And I didn't have to touch you. I was doing that all alone. Like, that's skill, you know? That's a talent. I didn't even have to fucking touch you guys. And I fucked all of you. Hey, Tom? Go ask your friends how much they enjoyed me fucking you. But hey, I got the recordings of this, but don't take my word for it. Go ask Bruce Johnson or Joel Bro or Dan Dawson or my neighbors or Lucia Mendoza or Justin Ellery or Maisonneuve or LaBelle or Miller Group for the video. We're not dealing with a little criminal organization here. Okay? We're dealing with thousands of pedophiles. Thousands. Thousands of pedophiles who thought they ran this country. Boy, oh boy, are they in for a surprise. So yeah, I'm pretty sure anybody who had an invention or anything good left Canada. Athletes left Canada. Musicians left Canada. Nobody wants to do business with Canada. Nobody wants to be on Team Canada. It's a losing team. They're a bunch of criminals. They're going to cheat, steal, and not play a fair game. Do you want to be on that team? If you do, well, you know you're going to lose. So, go take Dan Dawson, give these guys all a bribe to jump off Devil's Rock just to hate me. Like, go do it. I'll watch you guys. I'm pretty sure you're all falling to your deaths, right? But I like to see them fucking try. That's the fun part. I like to see how a whole bunch of pedophiles are going to save Canada. Are they going to sacrifice a whole bunch of kids for it, or? Right? They think that a child sacrifice is going to save them? Want to send me a bro, I'll slaughter him on my fucking temple and get the apocalypse really going. He'll be red in the face, he'll be huffing and puffing like a red heifer. And my temple's already built. I've been sacrificing that fucking cow the entire time we've been playing. I already know that my cable, like the way I have the temple right now, is not as effective as where it was before, just because of the ley line for the entire situation. That's why it was better at that weird place I had it before. That's where the energy is. Don't worry, you can't see it, they're invisible. Only certain people like me to feel it. It's like the other day when I grabbed that nail. It was just in the fucking jar, but as soon as I had it in my hands, I knew it was magnetic. And I tested it, and it was. So how would I know that nail was magnetic unless I felt it? Do you guys feel magnetism? I do. That's why I don't like being around negative people. Because I absorb lots of shit. Like Haley Smith said. I don't even know this girl. But I saw what she saw, I felt what she felt, and I see her future, which looked to me to be death. And I took a fucking chunk out of it for days. And I didn't need to take on that suffering. But I did. And I don't do it for me. And I don't do it because I know the person. I'm just a highly sensitive person. I feel other people's pain. And I feel other people's evil. And that's one of the reasons why I don't like associating with, I go in public here and I feel it in the air.
It's like a bunch of fucking Nazis. A bunch of hateful fucking people who hate themselves so much because they live in a fucking little shithole. And the only thing that keeps them fucking occupied is talking about other people that are not part of their group. And they thrive on that. They're sorry little fucking low-life, low-level fucking humans that are partly demons. That's all I can explain it. They're like reptiles, they're like zombies, they're like whatever is your fucking monster. When I see a cop showing up here to come and harm me, and he's laughing in my face, and like Peter Taylor did, I want to kick him in the fucking head. And I could have, at the position he was at. I could have kicked him so fucking bad. He would have went fucking flying, I would have jumped him, grabbed his gun, and shot him in the head. You know how many fucking ways we could kill you fucking cops? You're so unsafe. I could have killed Lord Alone like a million different fucking ways that day. So I would have been, like, really mentally unstable. And I would have even attempted to defend myself. I wouldn't have been correct. It's not me to be fucking Anyways, there's a lot of people that want to join the Canadian military, and apparently, you gotta fucking pass, I don't know what kind of a criteria they have. You gotta be a Nazi, I guess, to join. That's what it seems like. So if they're having that much trouble trying to get qualified applicants now, and all those people went, they did the test, they did this, they did that, they got profiled, and then they didn't get hired. And then tomorrow, Canada could say, all the OPP, we don't need you. You're going to war now. And you don't have a fucking say in it. Well, you could go thank like Luke Johnson and Dan Dawson and Joelle Bro. You could go thank them for why you're going to have to go fight for Canada. Okay? Because you couldn't do it when you had the actual jobs here to be able to do it. So now go put on a different uniform called death. And go fucking sacrifice yourself to the devil that you've been feeding. Because, hey, they think they're pretty good cops, so they're good enough to be soldiers. Now go fight for your pedophiles and your Nazis. Go thank Danny and Leo Fax and Weaver Simmons. Go thank those elite Freemason fucking pedophiles for sacrificing all of you like fucking pawns. Okay? And go feed the devil that you've been feeding. Go lay your lives out for him. Go bleed for him. Feeding kids to the devil is what all of you have been doing.
I know you don't like to hear it like that, but that's exactly what it is. Who are you selling the kids to? The fucking devil. The same fucking devil that's in the Israeli Prime Minister right now. That's a fucking demon that the whole world is bowing down to. One man in charge of the entire world. And you guys are going to let that happen? Goes to show that you're not anywhere near where you need to step your foot into Anybody who says that that man is perfectly allowed to kill innocent children is a fucking demon. Sure, Russia can throw a nuclear bomb and these guys could say he's killing innocent children, but if there's one child in the vehicle of 10 terrorists, there's only one thing to do. So, you guys are the 10 terrorists, and my daughter was the kid in the car. And Luke Johnson sold these guys, and my daughter, and me, to fellow Canada. So, what do you want? You really expect that people who want to kill children and profit off them and sell them and sexually assault them, who do you think you're feeding? Do you really think you could even try to attempt to put a fucking toe into the door of heaven? If the bomb drops tomorrow, like, the door is shut, nobody's letting you in. You could have knocked before and possibly been let in. If you would have asked, maybe you would have received, and if you would have thought, maybe you would have found out that I was telling the truth the whole fucking time. And I win this game. I don't really care how you guys carry it out. It doesn't surprise me what you'll do next for the devil. To feed a fucking devil my child. So if Russia takes all of you out, and a bunch of innocent people, we're not going to put them through. Okay. Do I want Canada to be involved? No. Do I think Canada deserves it? Yes. Do I think that Russia's going to take one little good apple out of the basket of fucking thousands? If you only got one upright human being in a group of thousands because they're all related to each other and they're all involved in the crime, I'm pretty sure that one special apple is not worth saving. We're going to throw the whole basket out. So yeah, of course, innocent lives are going to go. Because, well, terrorists in Canada, they weren't worth saving. I tried to save them, but they showed me their true colors. They showed me for sure they were working for the devil. Each and every fucking person who entered my life since Luke Johnson, Lucifer, entered my life was part of that fucking demon. And the Lord made it very clear to me. He even showed me the future. And he showed me that my kids were going to get apprehended again. And I was crying, it's going to happen again. And there was no words exchanged It was all telepathic. And I was talking out loud, but he was answering me without talking. And he showed me. And I couldn't fucking believe what I saw was going to happen to you. It was pretty horrendous. Look at where we are. It's pretty bad, isn't it? I didn't ask for that. The Lord gave me this gift. Being hated by all of you is the best thing that could happen to Canada. You're really going to make a name for yourself. Just like you guys wanted. You wanted to be so much more important than I was. You're going to get your fucking name. In fact, the Lord thought you were so worthy of being named as a fucking demon that He had already decreed it on a golden scroll and inscribed all your names there. Where I get the final judgment. You guys can fabricate all you want in this story you call my life. It's a fucking horror story you guys have built. Every day I see my alternate reality. This is the best one yet. Because the other ones I was loved, the other ones I had husbands, the other ones I had big houses, I was successful. When you're a child of the Lord, it doesn't matter. It's already been predestined. It doesn't matter what you do with your life, you're a tool. You're not in control. You don't even have power of choice. My experiment has proven that to me beyond a reasonable doubt. I don't need to question it anymore. All I need to do here is sit still and be aware. And I was. I didn't have to go anywhere for anybody to hate me. I didn't have to talk to them for them to hate me. I didn't have to do anything for them to hate me. All they had to do was listen in my fucking house to hate me while I was talking shit about them. And maybe a lot of what I was saying was just bullshit. Just to get a rise out of you. Because I know how to play fucking head games too. I know how to fucking get a killer so pissed off that he wants to come here and kill me. Because I know how to fucking get to him while he's listening to you. Steve Johnson will always fall for it. He thinks he's so clever. Right? He thought he was going to get away with murder. He thought he was going to get away with selling my kid and making me crazy. And he did all that because he's a fucking demon. And don't worry. All of you will get a chance to see that side of him at one point in time. Especially when he starts getting close to getting caught. He's going to make everybody else look like they were the criminals and that he was the victim. Don't you fucking worry. He's already figured out how to extort you and trap you, and you guys can't get out of it. You thought, you would think, that they would have used my consistent recommendation that they used as crime against me to put away their serial killers and save themselves. With getting a, you got to listen to me fuck myself free card so you could go put your serial killer in jail. But you guys didn't want that wild card. You didn't want it. And I was giving them away. It was a free card to win the game. And get yourself out of hell. I didn't want it. I couldn't convince them enough to stop sucking the devil's dick. They loved it. They loved it. I said, you don't want eternal life? And they said, no. We want to burn here in this hell called Earth. And I said, okay then. Let me go build you the bottomless pit with a whole bunch of my friends. Where do you want it? My backyard? Don't forget to look up above my head. It's that time of year. The stars are out tonight. I should actually go check. Hey, we could play the game of, is she controlling it or is it controlling her? You want to play that game? Do I control what I told you last year for weeks before it happened? To look above my head, and then it landed. Did I summon it? Or did I predict that it was going to happen? Or was it a coincidence? Give yourself time to think about that. And then ask yourself, how rare do those events happen? What are the odds that I would have predicted that? What are the odds that it would have came like 30 feet above my head, specifically to me, not just flying across the sky? And you guys were laughing, and then some of you guys saw it, right? And well, the rest, all the other countries saw it, because anything that enters airspace is being monitored, and that's why the military showed up in this place. So if I predicted all of that, that's like, call me psychic, maybe. Or maybe I know something that you guys don't. Maybe I was already shown how this game unrolls. Crazy, eh? That I could have that much fucking knowledge? I guess I'm crazy. If I'm that talented, or that smart, or way more advanced than all of you guys are, which is why I have those experiences. And I don't need anybody with me to have them. And I know you guys are jealous that it's not happening to you. But that's not a reason why it killed me. And I don't go out in public talking about it because, yeah, you're going to get labeled crazy. But when it comes to saving your country, I take that pretty seriously. Considering my ancestors developed this country, it's instilled in my DNA. What comes around goes around. And these guys are fucking demons crawling on this earth called hell. And that's where you're staying. And what landed above my head is what the rapture is going to be all about. Not everybody gets to go. And, well, the Lord knows me. You know, I don't go around planning ways of destroying people's lives. But, you know, some people need to learn lessons, and the devil needs to be...
Port all 302, everything 10 for your traffic stop.
The dead will rise, but they're already there.
Port all 302, everything 10 for your traffic stop.
My dad could be sitting beside me on the couch right now.
302, 10 for next.
Just because I don't see him in a human form doesn't mean that his spirit is not still among us. That energy that's not contained within a human vessel is still there.
He knows the truth about everything now. And it was much worse than what I told him. And he's coming after you guys.
That's me sending back your hatred. And it's powerful. It can destroy your lives. And it will. And not only destroyed your human life, but it destroyed your internal life. Because this is like a blink of an eye, this life. It feels like forever. Because we got time attached to it. But it's like it never happened. It's like a blink of the Lord's eye. It's like faster than like he had no reason to live for my mother, who fucking abused him his entire life. The same way Luke Johnson abused me. Keeping him fucking wrapped around her baby finger. Because she knew he loved her. And he would do anything for her. And to fucking not give him sex all those years. And keep him trailing. And then he's dying and she's fondling him. And you guys are going to say that's not sexual assault. My dad would go to kiss my mom a Merry Christmas, and my dad's just being like normal, like a normal guy, you know, going to give a hug and a kiss, and you would see my mom cringe of him touching her. She'd cringe. You can see it wasn't reciprocal. And for my dad to have lost that much capacity that he didn't even know what his guitar was, and he's trying to tell me that my mom's playing fucking games with him, and he obviously wanted me to do something, and I did. I lost it on my mother. And I got that recording. It's not here, but I have it. And I can't wait to fucking use it against all of them. I'm just going to keep letting the OPP and the Crown and a whole bunch of fucking people make up shit about me over-drugging my dad and killing him and that he didn't want me there and my daughter hates me and whatever the fuck you guys plan. I always have evidence that proves my honesty, that proves the truth. And it only makes you guys a bunch of fucking liars protecting serial killers who are selling out your country. Like, fuck. If that's not enough for me to drop everything in my fucking life to focus on this mission, if you guys aren't on board with what you need to do, assholes, as human beings, then die. That's the fucking end of it. You don't deserve to live if you're trying to kill me. Anybody who touches me can possibly die. I'm not even kidding about that. Sometimes I just gotta think about somebody and like, fuck. I was talking about Ben Cottrell. You might want to go check the day he died and go check the recording, see if I was talking about him that day. When I start thinking or talking about the crimes you guys have committed against me and verbalizing it, that's me sending back your hatred. And it's powerful. It can destroy your lives. And it will. And not only destroyed your human life, but it destroyed your internal life. Because this is like a blink of an eye, this life. It feels like forever. Because we got time attached to it. But it's like it never happened. It's like a blink of the Lord's eye. It's like faster than like the speed of light. Just like that. It feels like forever that we're trapped here. And every possible thing that could possibly have happened has happened. Like, it's like you're on the last cycle of reincarnation for this particular place we call Earth, which is like a figment of our imagination. So yeah, I'm sorry I tried to save your lives and your souls and your country. I must be crazy if I thought I was going to be able to convert a devil into an angel. Yeah. I must be crazy. I am. I thought for sure in this group of devils there was an angel that was stuck there that needed to be grabbed by the wings and pulled out. But there was none. There was none. Not one. They were all pretty content working for the devil while the whole world watched them. Right? Like, it's one thing for me to see it, but imagine, it's like you guys are on TV in another country, and this is the reality show of Canada. That's what's really going on. It's a real reality show of the Nazis in Canada being watched by other countries who've been gathering intelligences on you for a long time. There's nothing you say or do that's private. So I'm going to ask Tom Carrick again, when he wakes up tomorrow morning and he takes a piss, you're being watched. When you take a shit, you're being watched. When you jump in the shower, you're being watched. You look in the mirror, you pop a zit, you're being watched. You're being recorded, you're being listened to. Okay? You look at your phone, they're even reading your thoughts. Doesn't matter if your camera's blocked, they can see you through the whole face of your screen, your TV, your computer screen, your monitors, your security cameras. So nothing you do is private. So you're going to work, you're a commissioner now. You're dealing with top secret shit. But your enemy's listening to everything you say and do. Okay? How long does it take before you start losing your fucking mind, asshole? Because you won't be able to lead your life for one day. You won't be able to do your job without risking other people's lives. And that's what you've been doing for 4 years. While your enemy was laughing at you, risking those lives to protect a group of fucking serial killing pedophiles. Demons. So I don't think I have anything to be ashamed of here. Who does? My low-life fucking neighbors? Do you really think Russia cares about them? Do you think Russia cares about Justin Trudeau? So if he doesn't care for my low-life neighbors, and he thinks that they're equal to Justin Trudeau in their book of people who don't matter in this world, my fucking cokehead fucking pedophile neighbor who's rotting from the inside from all the hatred he had over me, or Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister, they're both at the same level in Russia's eyes. They're both fucking nobodies who contribute nothing to Canada or to the world. Is anybody going to miss them when they're gone? Only their own families, right? So if all their families are gone, who's going to miss them? Nobody. Who's ever going to say, hey, whatever happened to Reeves? Nobody. Because nobody that knows Reeves is going to be alive anymore. It's going to be like him, his family, and his entire bloodline never existed. Unless he had relatives in another country that says, oh my God, I hope Reeves is okay. Yeah? And then that other country finds out that they're related with Reeves, then they get killed. Because they're part of the Nazi group. So yeah, eventually there's an eradication of all you white supremacists. Okay? And you're already the minority in your country. So that should be a clear example of how easy it is to take these guys over. But the neo-Nazi Freemason pedophiles, they really thought they were the best fucking racists around. Hey? Look at them. They thought they had a secret network of pedophiles and 33 degrees of knowledge and a little secret society that wasn't so secret after all, eh? No, because they were listening into the Bible Grace Bible Chapel boardroom table as these guys were talking about me and sacrificing my kids. Why would Russia or China or North Korea be doing that here in my house, do you think? Why? Why me? You guys know that answer? I do. Do you guys know the answer of why this crime is happening right here in my house? If you don't know the answer to that, then you're way behind in the game called life. In fact, you haven't moved up enough levels in the game to get all the extra bonus that I got. I was like playing Pac-Man and I was eating all kinds of things along the way. I got bigger and more powerful. And you guys, well, you kept getting eaten. I'd start over the game and you would never get past that level. And you never can. Because the amount of hatred you guys carry for fucking people like me is enough to send you to hell. Because I speak on behalf of all of them. My entire family across the world. And for every fucking child in this world. That's a lot of kids. That's who I sacrificed my life to. Because children are our future. And if Freemason fucking pedophiles think they're gonna fuck with their heads, fuck with their bodies, fuck with their lives, control them as slaves in Canada, we might as well put you guys all on an island. You guys could go all have a sex party, fuck yourselves, and we'll give you guys enough food for your hiatus there, and then you're not coming off the island. And no, you're not getting no more food. We're just going to watch you guys fuck each other and eventually kill each other and eat each other. Just like the sacrifices you guys have been making with kids all these years for the devil. Go sacrifice yourselves. Or just stay here in Canada and let me and my friends take care of you. Don't call me a traitor. Like I said, there is no fucking human being that wants to hurt me or my child that deserves to live. If you accepted a bribe to fucking hate me or hurt me or conceal a crime by a serial killing pedophile, I'm taking you to hell. And I don't care if your name is Tom Carrick or Justin Trudeau or the Pope or the fucking King. I've got you guys in the palm of my fucking hands. I control all your lives. I didn't even have to leave this house. It's not the other way around. All of you guys didn't control mine. Nice try though. If it took that many demons to try to come and kill me, it should speak for itself. Because I'm innocent of all your claims that were made up by a serial killer. So if you're that fucking gullible, then go suck his dick, go get a bribe, go crawl in the coffin with him, because that's where you're going eternally. And I have nothing to be ashamed of. I could be bald, 500 fucking pounds, no teeth, full of fucking sores on my face from acne, and I'm still better than all of you put together. At least the Lord thought so. At least the Lord thought so. That's why He gave me this job, to send you to hell. I'm supposed to be fucking proud of it. every day that I live this long, torturous life, that it seems like forever that I've been living, because I already know how the game ends. So I can't wait to get there. Because I move on to another level. And I've been there. And I can't wait to go there. These guys coming to kill me would be a godsend. But it's not written that way. In fact, it's the other way around. I got the card in my hand by the Lord that allows me to kill all of you. Because you're killing children. And so, as a soldier of the Lord's army, by right, by science, alone, I've been given all those rights. And I'm still going to heaven. Because I destroyed a member of the devil. Like I took his arm off. And that's a pretty good accomplishment, apparently. And I would have never been able to do it with anybody holding me back in my life. So it's a good chance these guys committed all these crimes for the devil that the Lord had already pre-planned. And so anything you guys do, I know the devil has assigned you guys to do. And the Lord has already guaranteed me that the devil doesn't win. So I just sit here and watch what the devil does next. And it never ceases to amaze me what he thinks he could get away with. While angels in this world were watching the game from above. Sitting in the fucking arena in the stands. And the bullies were all in the middle. And every fucking day, for at least 12 hours a day, I dragged myself in the middle of the world arena to show the world who all the Nazis were in Canada. And they watched, and they listened, and they reported, they researched, they cross-referenced, and they found out that every fucking single thing I was saying was true. Everything that I predicted came true. And it's not like I predicted it. It's like I already read the book, so I'm just telling the story again. Canada doesn't win this game. I hate to say it. But that's the honest to God truth. These guys are such losers. Because you have it so good here. You think you're fucking better than the rest. And these guys have killed children over this. And you're proud of it. The look on the face of the OPP officers fucking criminally harassing me, they're like a bully that's laughing, you know, and he's trying to get his friends, you know, to all laugh with him, and they all start laughing with him because they're scared of the bully. That's all I see. Really demented, mentally ill, fucking individuals trying to harm me and my children for shits and giggles and a bribe, while the world was watching them fucking act like imbeciles. Well, we had the commissioner doing everything he could to protect a pedophile called Lori Lalonde. He thinks that by doing that he's protecting his reputation and the OPP reputation, while they continue to rape and kill kids. Are you a fucking hero or what? Wow. You go ahead, you conceal the crimes against me. I'll make an example of you to the world with a $666 million fucking genocide lawsuit, just like I fucking wrote on my Facebook. You thought it was crazy, wasn't it? Yeah, well, it's about to become your fucking reality. I'm just waiting till tomorrow to find out what the OPP wants to conceal so I can make a public example of them. So I would suggest you do your fucking job and you fire your fucking officers and you give me the fucking videos. And be a fucking hero for children. Or I'm gonna fucking put you 6 feet under to hell with the rest of your fucking pedophiles in Canada and make it happen in 20 minutes. And me and my higher intelligence friends that could have saved you decided you're not fucking worth existing. That's the fucking reality of my life. Whether you accept it or not is not my problem. I know what I'm talking about. I've been on other planes of existence. I have contact with the dead. I feel people that are not known to me. I feel their suffering. I have gifts and talents that you guys don't have. And I don't share these abilities with, I don't even tell people about it. But I've had them since I was young because I developed them. Trauma. It really opens up your brain. Other than the brain injury. It opens up parts of your brain that you could not possibly get by receiving love. And that's why you have soldiers that go and they see all these killings and bombings and suffering, and they're never the same again. They're disabled. Their brain becomes disabled. Because it's not normal. The Lord never designed you to, and your brain, to troubleshoot and autocorrect those images that are in your mind that should have never been there. Everything else that you see, your brain automatically autocorrects. That's safe, that's safe, that's safe, that's safe. That's why you go through your life really with blinders on, because your brain is always making like you feel safe by not being, you know. If your vision is fucked, you might see something that it's not, and then you get all paranoid, and then you start, holy fuck, that was just a mirage. It was an illusion. Like, fuck, but it scared me. There wasn't even anything there. So, there's no reason why a whole bunch of soldiers in Canada should go have to suffer that trauma for a fucking bunch of neo-Nazis. Like, North Korea is worried about Russia, their friends, like, we're gonna help you guys, you know, that's normal. And they're not allowed to? Like, what the fuck? If North Korean soldiers are willing to go die for Russians, that should tell you something. You know, that people in this world aren't just going to let their friends, good, honest, innocent fucking children and people who have done absolutely nothing wrong, die for serial killing, Freemason fucking pedophiles. Those fucking days of the secret society, thinking they run this fucking country like a fucking cult, are over. Wake up, what? Are you still kids or what? There's nothing secret about your society. Everything you fucking do and say is being recorded by other countries. Accept it. You have nothing to hide. If you're a fucking criminal and you're doing anything wrong in this world, it's being picked up by the other countries and their algorithms who are going to fuck up your lives. That's what happens when you're a liar. The universe is only going to give you fucking bullshit right back. Hey? Your algorithm is going to say, you're a fucking liar. You're a fucking demon. you know? It's going to tell you. Because other countries have already collected your profiles and fed it to the algorithm. And the algorithm was always present. So, I highly doubt that YouTube programmers are sitting behind a desk suggesting answers to my questions that I'm not even verbalizing or typing. Besides, you have all the wanted criminals from other countries here who are going to face a death sentence in that country, so these guys are all going to get the death sentence for them. You want to protect terrorists in your own country? You're going to find out there were other terrorists within your country that were smarter than you, terrorists that are outside your country that are smarter than you, and then there's other countries who are not terrorists, who are just trying to protect their own children and will fucking kill you for it. And I would too. I'd kill any of you to protect even your own child. And that's more than you guys would do for me or mine. So I win. And you go find me another human being that prayed for you as much as I did over 4 fucking years, like a fucking nun, like a monk, sitting on a broken fucking couch in my little temple here called hell. I live every fucking day of my life to give you these fucking sermons. If I save one fucking child out of this, I did my job. If I save children, I did my job. If I save my country, I did my job.
We're just getting a complaint from MTO about wires down on Highway 17B, right by Charles Road. Plows can't get through, and there's no evidence of damage on the pole, but the pole is leaning. 10-4. That's right, 002, and you can call my girl, that's right. 10-4.
So let me just put it to you this way. You have nobody in your fucking government that speaks for Canada that other countries want to listen to. You've all been banned. You can't even enter Russia. Most of you have been banned from India. Where are you going to go? And why do we have all these elected representatives in our house if the other countries don't even want to look at them or talk to them or have them in their country? The people who represent your country here in Canada is people like me. And like I said, I'm not one to brag. And I sure as hell ain't conceited. But the truth of the matter is that anybody who accepted a bribe to commit a hate crime against me and my family, you know where you're going. And the only way out of it was through me. Come and kill me and see how fast I take all of you to hell. Or don't come and kill me and see how fast my friends will. Either way, you're all going to hell. Whether I'm alive or dead, the fate of Canada has already been written. Hitler does not win. And if he walks down my fucking street, I don't have to be a cop or a military officer. I owe it to the world to kill this fucking racist. And if I was in Israel, right now, I'd be fucking finding a way to infiltrate into that fucking army to go put a fucking bullet in that demon's head. And do what no other fucking human being has the balls to do. to save humanity.
Kilo 002, Hydro's been advised. We'll call back with the ETA.
It shouldn't be that hard.
Thank you.
It shouldn't be that hard to save children's lives. They're fucking profiting. It's disgusting. Anybody in Canada who wants to fucking harm children, sexually assault them, or kill them here in Canada would do the same thing to children in other countries. So they didn't really need to leave this country and go harm kids elsewhere. They already set the example for what they're capable of, just with me. Sitting around a boardroom table with Brian Dugan trying to figure out ways to kill me and get away with it, with the dispatchers and everybody. To protect a pedophilia organization that got taken over by what you guys would call terrorists. I'm pretty sure in this game, Canada is a terrorist. Because we weren't even at war and look what they were doing to me. Now we're at war. So, like Putin said, you fucking throw long-range missiles in my fucking backyard. I won't want to kill kids in other countries, but I might have to, because it's the only way at this point in time in this generation that we can save our country is by using nuclear weapons. And if we don't use them first, we'll be the victims, and we will lose the power. So I'm pretty sure they found out a long time ago that the US and Canada and other countries were just trying to take over the world, so they got really busy on developing technologies to fucking end you. And they found it. They exceeded their goal. And where's Canada stand? With AK-47? Anyway, every day that I wake up, I pinch myself. I say, am I still here, Lord, playing this game for you? And he says, yes. And then I say, do all these people, are they still hating me because of a serial killing pedophile? Yes. Are they all still getting bribed to hate me for fucking pedophiles and killers? Yes. Are they going to keep doing this? Yes. And does that hurt me? No. Does it hurt them? Yes. Does it hurt them individually? Yes. Does it hurt them as a group? Yes. Does it hurt them as an organization? Yes. Does it hurt them as a province? Yes. Does it hurt them as a country? Yes. So what becomes of them? No. For all those yeses, they became a no. They became a no-go. So,
4 Pop 202 North.
for all those yeses, the only way to balance that all out was for the Lord to say no. That's it.
Yeah, when you're not 10-6, we just have an MHA call at the travel lodge here in Cochrane for Alex Kershaw. Just let me know when you're clear for details. For my children, 4 almost back in town. We'll be dropping our Tracy rides off. If you could go ahead with the details. 10-4, Alex Kershaw is on the line saying that he does not feel safe at the travel lodge. He keeps asking the owners for towels, and the owners and the kids are laughing at him, asking officers to come and talk with him, saying he doesn't need a wellness check. But he keeps talking about many different things. He's not suicidal. He is very calm. He's currently in room 145.
So anyway, I pretty much said everything I needed to say. I've been saying it over and over again. If you guys didn't get the hint about what's coming up for you and you haven't prepared your soul and you want to keep hating me, you go right ahead. Just remember, in 10 minutes the bomb could drop. I hope you're fucking hating me. I hope you're doing everything you can in your power to protect fucking people trying to kill my child. And then go sacrifice yours and all your grandkids and your own. Just go put your kids at the sidewalk and just let the pedophiles go pick them up. Okay? Because your kids are not spared if mine isn't. My daughter should never have to go to school or work a day in her life for the fucking genocide she went through. She's so fucking brainwashed by you fucking pedophiles grooming her and telling her I'm the fucking problem. Just that on its own. Putting those ideas in my dad's head or my daughter's head could only come from a fucking bunch of devils who get a lot of satisfaction out of fucking hurting children. And for that fucking reason, I'm taking you all out. You don't fucking like it too fucking bad. I got a lot of people on my side. It's called the rest of the fucking world. We're all on the same page. You guys are fucking delusional to think you're getting away with this. Keep calling me crazy. Keep trying to shut me up about trying to save my country. And I'll shut down your entire fucking OPT. Your CMHA and your fucking NeoFax. And it's not going to be shut down the way you think it will. The Lord has a big hand in this war. Russia, China, India, North Korea are pretty much free to do anything they want to the United States and Canada. They're well within their rights, and science is on their side. It's time you guys accept. Accept your fate. You guys dug yourselves your own grave.
Consider 4 Oscar 10, right? 4 Oscar 10, right? Go ahead. Can you double up 009 identify unit or 10-8? Just 4.
And then, go ask the Crown how many fucking wiretaps they have out on people that are being listened to and watched by terrorists. And ask yourself, how many fucking people you're putting at risk of harm?
4 Papa 404, go ahead. We just arrived in town at Travelin. I will even south. And my ID for me is 122.